Today I'm breaking down my process for a client shoot. So today's shoot was a gym shoot. Specifically, we went into a gym, we took photos majorly, and we took some clips as well. But mainly the focus was the pics. I'm going to show you my process from planning to shooting to editing to delivering. Step 1, the planning stage. That's all relatively simple. It spends about half an hour to 45 minutes, maybe an hour, just scrolling on TikTok, Instagram, Pinterest, trying to find ideas of what the client wants. Now, luckily, a couple of weeks ago, I met up with the client and we discussed further on what exactly it is we want to do. So he gave me a breakdown of, his socials and everything that he needs to get done with it and how I can implement myself into helping his vision. In terms of the planning as well, what I like to do is try to sort out the location. So the location will give me an idea of the lighting, the setup of what we can do, and also, just other nicks and knacks around making sure the shooting process is as smooth as possible. Phase 2 is the shooting. Obviously, pretty self-explanatory. That's where we are at the location. We are shooting. We are grabbing the content pretty much so we can edit it later. So this is my favorite process. Using all the vision that I captured in the planning phase, this is where I put it all together. So I already have a vision when I go into a client's shoot. I already have a vision of what I want to portray, what I want to do, whether that be an edit, whether that be a series of pics. I already have an idea of how I want it to look, which makes the shooting, easier and more flowy because you shoot to a certain idea or you shoot to a certain look or a certain edit. So all the photos were edited to a preset according to Connor. They'll be on screen now. We're all obviously, so it was a gym workout session is what we got. So we're in all different parts of the location around the gym, which means the lighting changed every single scene we went to. This was just something I adapted to, whether it's just changing my settings on the camera or, just slightly adjusting Connor to face the light or turn away from the light. All right, one quick battery change later and we're up and running. Running out of daylight as well. So let's wrap this up. Every shoot teaches me something different, and this one definitely did as well. We're inside an enclosed space, which isn't really the best for natural lighting. That was something that I just had to adjust to. Obviously, there wasn't natural lighting coming from every direction inside that gym, so it was a matter of just cranking my settings, which I don't typically want to do because you want to use natural light as much as possible. There is an option of where you could always bring in an extra light, but it was, at the end of the day, it was a commercial gym, so there's obviously other people training there as well, and you got to be respectful of them when there's massive camera crew. I'm not saying I'm a massive camera crew or anything, but like when there's lights on stands and multiple cameras and a shooter focusing on one guy, it can generally become pretty intimidating to the average Joe Blow. So we avoided that as much as possible, and if anything, shooting outside probably was a good thing. It means we had a lot of natural light, but also it means we weren't distracting anyone, so we could do what we wanted. No one else was outside with us, so we could easily just cut straight to the chase and get what we need to do, get in, get out. After the shoot, we kind of discussed on a certain preset look, if you will, on what we want to do to achieve the whole dynamic that Connor wants to do. So we were tinkering around in Lightroom, discussing what works and what doesn't work, and we did find something that did work. And then once we chucked it on, Connor was gassed. So, all right. So as we come into phase 3, this is the editing stage. Open up the Lightroom here. Now I've already got the photos in here because, as I said before, Connor and I went through the photos and kind of decided on the look that we wanted to achieve. This is the kind of look that we got for this. So we made our own preset. Obviously Gym 1 here, as you can see. Once all the photos are brought into Lightroom, the culling process begins. So I'll start to cull down all the photos, all the duplicates I'll cull down. I'll put a basic edit. So Connor and I do the basic edit of the ones that I like. And then from there, I then can sort between the basic edits that I put on. I'll go back and then just put in the finer touches on those basic edits. So the basic edits, when I put the basic edit on, it's just an indication to know that I want to use that photo. So right here is one of the photos that we decided to cull, and the one that I want to use in the final product. So looking at this photo right now, the basic preset is applied, but there are some finer adjustments that we want to do to achieve the look. So what we discussed was lower that. So I'm just going to go in and do those real quick to this photo as an example to show you. Awesome. So that photo was pretty much the exact same as what we wanted. It was, I made barely any adjustments at all, so that photo was pretty much well and done, ready to go. Now, yeah, so now I'll go through the rest of them. There obviously was some of the outside shots, so the outside shots are obviously going to be different than the inside shots. What I like to do always is just apply like a light radial gradient. So I'll apply that and then I'll invert it to bring more focus onto the subject, which in this case is Connor. So apply that rough radial gradient so I can draw that eye really into the subject. That looks gangster. Nice. And last but not least, stage 4, the delivery. So once all the photos have been edited, I'll export them onto my SSD. Or what I'll also do is I'll airdrop all the photos to my phone, and then I'll also upload them to a Google Drive link, which I can then give my client. So I'll give my client the Google Drive link that's fully organized from pics and clips. Obviously, if you want to count it in phase 4 as well, is the invoicing and all the business side of stuff. So I have sent Connor the invoice. Well, I will send Connor the invoice once everything has been delivered. I'll often just send him the invoice with the link. Every shoot will teach me something different, and this definitely did. So number 1 was don't forget your stuff, which I forgot my magic arm. I stupidly left it here at home. I had it on my desk ready to go, which once again is no excuse. I just didn't put it in my bag, which was so dumb, because I knew the amount of cool shots that we could have got if I had brought it. Number 2 was obviously how we had to adjust on the fly when the gym owner came by and told us to effectively hurry things along. So we went outside and we didn't bother anyone. He was very happy that we went outside and didn't stay in. So that was really good as well. But yeah, ideally we would have liked to stay inside just a little bit longer, but that's nothing to be worried about at this stage. I also want to do a quick shout out to Connor and Align Minds and his clothing. So all the clothing that Connor was wearing is his own clothing brand, which is an awesome initiative, such a good community. I have heaps of his clothes of my own that I wear. His versatility collection is out now. He's selling it on his website, so to alignmindsclo.com and pick yourself up a nice gym set, because holy, they are fresh, they feel so nice. Appreciate you, Connor. But yeah, that basically wraps it up. I just wanted to let you know on my process and what I do. Obviously I can go into so much more detail, but that's just kind of an overview, a quick overview as to what I do and what I have done in the past and what I am currently doing. As always, I've always got different types of shoots and stuff coming up, so if you want to see some more breakdown videos or what it's actually like on shoot, then no, why would I say that? I would never say that. I am not doing that. Nope. End the video. That's it. I'm done. I've spoken. I've talked so much trash already. But nonetheless, we still got some sick shots. It was all high. Yo. Say hi.
You glitched.
Yeah, I know, my phone's on 2%.
Oh, where are you?
Outside.
Who are you saying hi to?
The camera. Say hi.
Hi, camera.
Alright, I gotta get back to filming because I gotta edit it. Have fun at church.
Why are you talking into the microphone while speaking to me?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just you. Alright, I'll talk to you later, okay? Have fun at church.
Okay, I will. Bye, love you.
Alright, love you too. Bye. More stuff like this. Maybe I'll break down a video shoot next time or something like that. But yeah, so hope this was helpful. Hope you enjoyed it. Far out. I sound like an idiot.